The story begins in the 1960s as a little girl attends a Broadway performance at the Gooseberry Theater. She is enthralled by the performances and swears to one day become a Broadway star. The young girl grows up and becomes a lady, preparing and applying for countless parts. But she never gets the big break. As a result of never having achieved success, the lady instead ages bitterly. What's Loretta Durkin's name? Present-day auditions for Oliver's new Broadway production feature the exact same woman. Meryl Streep portrays the would-be actress Loretta Durkin in the scene. She enters the theater to do her nanny audition. Loretta impresses Oliver with her sincere and enthusiastic performance. Oliver gives her her ideal job right away. Emotions overwhelm Loretta. We jump ahead to Oliver's Broadway show Death Rattles opening night after the opening credits. But the worst happens right away. Only seconds into his introductory statement, the lead actor Ben Glenroy, Paul Rudd, passes away on stage. Charles observed blood rather than any froth emerging from the lips, contrary to Mabel's theory that it may have been the result of poisoning. The body of Ben is carried from the theater. With an actual fatality at the beginning of his murder investigation, Oliver is absolutely overwhelmed. Oliver had been preparing for his first table read-through with the ensemble 4 months prior. Oliver introduces everyone, pointing out the producers, Donna and her son Cliff, while Howard is Oliver's production assistant. Mabel speaks on her own dislike of the theater, while Charles delivers a speech that comes out as somewhat pompous. Ben Glenroy then enters the room with style. His presence is strong and captivating. Ben presents his crew and begins to flirt with actress Kimmer, Ashley Park, who makes up Ben Glenroy's group. He is accompanied by his assistant, Dickie, his brother, and Taubert, a cameraman who is recording a documentary on Ben's Broadway debut. For the documentary, the movie star made the production crew sign an NDA. He makes reference to moving into Amy Schumer's flat and his rigorous diet for playing the lead in the Cabro film series. The read-through actually begins now. In an effort to discover her voice, Loretta first adopts a French-Canadian accent that is hardly detectable, and then a Scottish one. In the end, Oliver commands her to speak in her own voice. Ben is not pleased by Loretta's anxiety and requests that Oliver terminate her immediately. Oliver reassures Loretta that he would never stop believing in her. For the most depressing opening night party ever, the group returns to the apartment building in the present. The cast talks about the internet controversies surrounding Ben's death. A new podcast on Ben's passing is suggested by Mabel. The apparent infatuation between Oliver and Loretta is then abruptly stopped by Ben's entrance. The famous actor is still very much alive. He bursts into the celebration and declares his amazing recovery. Ben claims that after being declared dead for an hour, he was finally brought back to life. He muses over if it was anything he consumed. He acknowledges that when he fell, he bit his tongue, which is why there is blood. Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. You may like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more breakdowns if you like it. I appreciate your time and interest.